darling brothers and sisters and humans who watch my videos. What's up, guys? It's me. I don't know why I always start my videos with "it's me," because you know it's me. Otherwise you wouldn't be watching. So, it's me though. What's up? It is time for another episode of Rating ALL Pokémon, where I rate some Pokémon every week. Some Pokémon. I don't know how many. Just some of them. And they're all in order. So, if you're waiting for your favorite Pokémon and it's in Gen 7, which doesn't seem very plausible, but if it is, you gotta wait, man. You just gotta wait. Be patient, young Poliwag. Right, today, first of all, my throat hurts, so talking requires a lot of effort, but I'm gonna do my best to speak words. We're starting out with a bit of an interesting evolution line today. It's the Nincada line. Nincada is number 290, and it is a bug/ground Pokemon. Nincada is kind of like the pre-stage of a Cicada. I don't know how to say that word. No one ever says that word in real life, so Cicada. It's a bit useless. It lives under the ground. It doesn't do anything but like sit on tree roots and like suck on the nutrients and just like wait to evolve. It's virtually blind. It's pretty useless in a team, let's be honest. Like who it's really a bit of a struggle to use your Nincada until it evolves. Like it's like experience share, you know, that kind of stuff. Apart from that, it doesn't like sunlight, and it is like it's dumb. But the line is interesting. I'll get to that, okay? Just give me a second. These are the things that confuse me about Pokemon, like these Pokemon that don't like the dark and they just sit inside trees and like suck on their roots. It's like, if you have one on your team, like how is it supposed to live? You're not gonna just like leave it underground for a bit and then like fight it with it in the dark or something? Like, so like I said, it's based on a cicada nymph, which is like a baby cicada. I don't know how to say that word. Cicada. I'm just gonna call it a cicada. If that's wrong, sue me. Nincada's name comes from ninja and cicada because it lives in the dark. Ninjas do that? I don't know. Ninjas. Nincada gets a 3 out of 5 because I don't go lower than 3 out of 5 unless it's a Weedle. So this is where it gets interesting. When a Nincada evolves, it can evolve in 2 Pokemon at the same time. We're gonna talk about the first one first, which is Ninjask. Ninjask to me is awesome. I love its design. I love the way it looks. It's like a cool ass ninja bug cicada. I just really love its design. So Ninjask is a Pokemon that is really fast. It is said to be able to avoid any attack, and sometimes it's even invisible of how incredibly fast it flies. Hence the ninja name. It is kind of like a ninja. Moves like a ninja. Talks like a ninja. No, it doesn't talk. It's a Pokemon. If a Ninjask is not trained properly, it will refuse to listen to its owner and cry loudly and just be a little baby bitch, which is a bit pathetic. Like, grow up, Ninjask, come on. Its loud cry that it makes when it's not wanting to listen can actually cause headaches, which is not great. So please, train your Ninjask so you don't get headaches and a little childish Pokemon that doesn't want to listen to your bullshit. Ninjask's name comes from ninja and mask because it has this kind of mask-like thing on its face. I personally really like Ninjask. I think it's super tight, and I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Let's go. When Nincada evolves into Ninjask and you have 1 extra space in your party left and an extra Pokeball in your items, you will get Shedinja. Now, Shedinja is a bit of a weird Pokemon. I was reading up about it last night, and I was talking to my bro Alex, and I was like, what the fuck? This is so cool. This is so cool. So now you're gonna see me think something is really cool, which I usually don't. I don't think things are cool very often, especially when it comes to Pokemon. I hate Pokemon. Let's go. Shedinja. So, Shedinja is based on a cicada's exoskeleton. So, what is happening here is magically the Ninjask that evolved has shed its skin and has now become the Shedinja, but for some reason it is now inside a Pokeball, which is weird. But it joined your party, and it is pretty much a motionless, dead inside Pokemon. It has no inside. It is literally just the exoskeleton of the Pokemon. It is said that if you look inside the back of a Shedinja, which is completely empty and hollow and dead, your soul will get stolen. That is terrifying. Shedinja is pretty much the ghost of Ninjask? Nincada? One of the two. It can't breathe, it doesn't do anything, it has wings but it just floats in the air. And here's the kicker, it has only 1 HP, but it's really hard to defeat because it has a lot of immunities and it is just crazy. It's so weird. I love it. I love it. Then there's the way Shedinja looks that I just really love. It just looks, I don't know, it looks cute. His eyes look like little bells. It has a little moon halo over its face. It looks kind of like a guardian or something. And that is what it's based on, kind of. Guardian angel. It also has the ability Wonder God, which kind of plays on the fact that it might be based on a guardian angel. Now, the name, as is kind of obvious, comes from shedding, as in shedding the exoskeleton, and ninja. It's the ninja line, and I love it. It's 5 out of 5 for me. Next up is our little cave dweller, number 293, Whismur. Now, Whismur is a bit weird. Its name comes from whisper and murmur. It can it whispers and murmurs a little bit, but when it senses danger, it will start crying so hard, it will fuck your ears up. That's why it has these earmuffs. Its ears look like earmuffs because it probably can't even stand its own crying. It's crazy. So when this Whismur starts crying, it gets startled by its own cry and start crying even louder, and then when it's done, it has to take a nap because it's tired as fuck from shouting. I don't know, why would you want a Pokemon like that? Another fun thing about Whismur is that its tail looks like an input or output port for headphones and stuff like that. So it also may be kind of based on an electronic amplifier. Now that's kind of cool. The German name for Whismur is Flörmel, which comes from flüstern, which means to whisper, and murmeln, which means to murmur. Flörmel. 4 out of 5. Then Whismur evolves into Loudred, which is a crazy loud Pokemon that has speakers for ears, and it's just a loud motherfucker. What Loudred does is it stomps its feet to gain power and then let out this entirely insane bellowing sound from its ears and its mouth and everywhere, and it's so loud that it even, it grows deaf itself for a little bit. Its yell is so loud that it can, fuck up wooden houses and trucks and shit like that. It's crazy. It's a crazy boy. So let me just read a Pokedex thing that already says what I kind of said, but Pokemon Sapphire says, Loudred shouts while stamping its feet. After it finishes shouting, this Pokemon becomes incapable of hearing anything for a while. This is considered to be a weak point. What do you mean it's considered to be a weak point? It is a fucking weak point. Why does it say it's considered to be a weak point? This is bullshit. It's just a weak point. It's deaf. It's deaf for a while. That's not a strong point. It's kind of shitty. So Loudred uses its well-developed belly muscles. It did some crunches or whatever people do to get a ripped belly. I have no idea, I don't do sports. It's kind of based on a boombox because of the speakers and the way it's shaped. It's kind of squarish, and that's about it for Loudred. Also, to anyone who thinks Loudred is blue, it's purple. 4 out of 5. Then at level 40, Loudred evolves into Exploud, and Exploud is the master of noise. It's kind of based on an organ. It looks like an organ, has these pipe organ pipes on its head, and it has all these holes in its body, and out of these holes comes a lot of noise. But out of these holes, also sometimes when it's chilling, comes a little whistling noise, which is alright in my book. So the sounds Exploud makes can trigger earthquakes and can be heard over 6 miles away. I don't know how many kilometers that is, but I'm gonna go with 700 kilometers. It's not true, I just made that up. It's not even slightly true, but you Google it. You know what? I have to admit, I didn't know Exploud existed for a very, very, very long time. I thought it was introduced in Gen 5 That's how little I knew about it. I really thought it was introduced in a later gen. Like, I had no fucking clue. I've never seen it in any of my playthroughs, so maybe I've just not been paying attention. But yeah, it's a dude, and I give it a 4 out of 5. That was it for today, my kids. Please check out my previous videos if you want to, and if you don't want to, then don't, and like the video if you want to. I'm not your mother, so just go with it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next week with another episode of Rating All Pokemon with me, Hilda. That's me. Have a good day. These are the things that confuse me. I personally, really personally is not a word. Now, Shedinja, ha! Get your soul stolen. Stealing? That's not a word. Fuck.